Okay, 1, 2, 3. Exploring the depths of heroism, an exclusive YouTube interview with Lewis Michael, co-creator of Hero Adrift. Hey, Kevin here and welcome back to Geeking Around. We have a special guest joining us in a little bit. Geeking Around's founder and original host Lewis Michael will be here to talk about his new superhero short story, A Hero Adrift. A Hero Adrift, a gripping, action-packed short story by Lewis Michael and Kenneth Noriaki from Never Studios. The thrilling tale follows Aaron Boseman, a college student with superhuman powers, who faces a devastating setback when his dream job eludes him. Suddenly, he is thrust into an unimaginable situation when an otherworldly force triggers a catastrophic explosion in Central Park. Now, Aaron must rise above his doubts and become a symbol of hope in the face of immense challenges. The digital edition of A Hero Adrift is available on Amazon Kindle and on other platforms coming soon. The print edition will be released through a Kickstarter campaign in the future, featuring illustrations by Kenneth Noriaki, along with variant covers, posters, and other exciting items. Excitement surrounds A Hero Adrift as Lewis Michael and Kenneth Noriaki reveal plans to turn the short story into a full-length comic. Fans can contribute to the comic adaptation by donating on Never Studios' GlobalComix page or through the upcoming Kickstarter campaign for the print edition. Join the adventure and witness the birth of a new superhero legend. Lewis Michael joins us in an exclusive YouTube interview. And if you haven't already, check out the interview with Michael on the Geeking Around Network website for more. Welcome back, Michael.
Thanks, it's great to be back.
Were there any specific challenges or obstacles you encountered while writing A Hero Adrift? How did you overcome them?
Oh, definitely. Writing A Hero Adrift came with its fair share of challenges. One of the main things was having the right balance between the action-packed and scenes and the emotional scenes of the story. To overcome all of this, we spent a lot of time editing the pacing and making sure that each scene contributes to the overall story. Also, what made A Hero Adrift a challenge was that this was my first time writing a short story or like a book style.
The comic adaptation of A Hero Adrift is highly anticipated. How do you envision the transition from a short story to a visual medium? Are there any specific elements or scenes you're particularly excited to see brought to life?
Both our comics, Castle, Lugburz, and Kira, A Star Wars Story, has been praised for those stunning artwork and intense fight scenes, and especially with Kira, is emotional depth. So I feel like everything leads up to this. I know that Kenneth will turn my writing into an artistic masterpiece. The Pacific scene I'm excited to bring to life is the false fight scene. I was highly inspired by Superman and General Zod's fight and Zack Snyder's Man of Steel.
As a writer, what challenges do you face when crafting a short story compared to writing a comic script?
As I mentioned before, writing a short story was a challenge in itself. I have always written more movies and comic scripts and never really book style. Even though I'm a writer, my background is more of it as an artist. So writing scripts where I'm creating the camera shots / panels, breakdowns, and stuff like that, I'm forced to think like an artist. Where short stories and novels, I feel like you don't think like you're an artist.
You mentioned in the other interview you have plans to expand the A Hero Adrift universe. Can you give us more details about those plans?
I can't really reveal too much because I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't read A Hero Adrift yet, but at the end, Aaron does form a small team of superheroes. In the sequel, there are these two siblings who blame Aaron for the death of their friend. So they learn Aaron's and his team's secret identities and start taking them out one by one until it's just Aaron and Christine. Just like in this false story, there will be a lot of intense action and emotional scenes.
And what about the other projects you are working on, like Joshua, the Werewolf Hunter, Dr. Plague, and Frozen Descent? Can you tell us more about them?
Yeah, sure. So Joshua take place 100 years after apocalyptic war between humans and werewolves. Unfortunately, the werewolves won in that war. The story follows Joshua, who is a hybrid, an experiment done by the humans to fight against werewolves. Joshua as a character is similar to like Goku, where he can be kind of of a goof, silly, but when he is needed or in a fight, he gets super serious and becomes a total badass. So it kind of your typical action anime, but darker since it is werewolves and apocalyptic world. Dr. Plague, which is inspired by Castlevania, which I, by the way, just watched the trailer for the Netflix series right before this interview and thought it looked awesome. But yeah, Dr. Plague is inspired by Castlevania and Bloodborne. So during the Black Plague, instead of the people just dying from the plague, the people are turning into monsters or demon-like creatures. So Dr. Plague travels Europe and fighting these monsters and trying to heal as many people as he can. During his travels, he discovers why the plague happens and who is really behind it. Frozen Descent is based on this conspiracy theory that New Swabia, not sure if I'm saying that right, this area in Antarctica that was founded by the Nazis. It's believed that there is a secret underground military space station or a utopia city underneath the ice of Antarctica. The story follows two British soldiers who are at the underground base, and they get trapped inside of there and discover all of the evil experiments that the Nazis are doing there, which causes all the people living there to be turned into zombies and stuff. It's basically a lot like Bioshock, but with zombies.
There is Zack Snyder, Ben Affleck's Batman fanfic prequel stories in the works too.
Yes, there are 3 stories so far. The first one is about the Mad Hatter, then Sonam Grundy. Then my favorite Batman villain, besides the Joker of course, is Scarecrow. As I said, these are prequels to what we saw in Batman vs. Superman and stuff. So this is a younger Ben Affleck's Batman, first time meeting these villains. They are inspired by some of my favorite directors, particular movies like Old Boy by Park Chan-wook and Seven by David Fincher. So it's gonna be pretty brutal and gritty stories.
Awesome. Thanks again for answering our questions and hanging out with us today.
Yeah, thank you. It was great being back again, and hope to be coming around much more often now.
Make sure to check out A Hero Adrift on Amazon, Castle Lugburz, and Kira, a Star Wars story on GlobalComix. Links are in the description.